Have you ever noticed somebody just walk in a room and not having to do much and people just gravitated towards them? Like they don't even have to do much, they don't have to say much, but people just are curious and intrigued about this person. Like you just stick out like a sore thumb. Like it's just something about you that they're trying to understand. They just don't get. They're just curious. You pique their curiosity. And a lot of times it's not because they're wearing fancy clothing or they're wearing a certain cologne. More often times than not, man, it's because they look physically appealing. They look put together. They are in good shape. They are on body game. And when you're on body game, man, in this life, you don't have to try as hard. You don't have to put in much effort when it comes to meeting new people, dating, networking, just general in life, man. You don't have to put in as much effort with anything, if I'm being honest. And more oftentimes than not, man, a lot of people try to overcompensate by buying fancy jewelry, designer clothes, hell, fancy cars, whatever it may be. There's a lot of fat people and out of shape people out here who know that they're not in shape, know that they're in a disadvantage when it comes to people who are in shape. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna go buy an expensive watch, buy an iced out chain, spend their last on the latest Gucci shirt and Balenciaga shoes. Trust me, I see this every day. I live in Atlanta, so I see this every single day, man. And every time I see a man who is materialistic, which is a very feminine trait, by the way, but every time I see a materialistic man in Atlanta, I can see through that. Like they do not be in shape. They're either fat with the double chin or they're skinny fat. They're skinny and they look like they pregnant. It's one of the two. But guess what? They try to cover it up with that fancy designer. And that's the thing, man. It's crazy. I can't express this enough. You can rent a Lamborghini. You can rent fancy jewelry. Hell, I'm sure you can rent clothes, designer clothes at this point. You can't rent a physique. A physique is more rare than there are millionaires out there, I'm sure. I'm sure I've seen a study on that before, but a physique is extremely rare, especially in America. And if you can attain a great rare physique, man, you have a crazy advantage over everybody else, especially in America. Because everybody's fat, everybody's eating donuts and hot dogs and cheeseburgers and pizzas every single day. But you're sticking to a strict diet, you're eating clean, you're working out, you're putting in the work. Therefore, the results are going to show. Therefore, when you meet that girl, you're not going to have to do much because she's already going to see the results. She's going to be attracted to you from the jump. Because one thing about women, man, they see you before you see them more often than not. And if they're attracted to you, they're going to wait for you to approach them in most cases. And also, more often than not, if they're attracted to you, it's not because of the money that you're flashing. And if you're leading with your wallet, you wearing all the latest designer and the jewelry, they gonna suck you dry for everything you got. And I'm not talking about in the bedroom. I'm talking about that money, that wallet is gonna be empty because you're leading with your wallet. When you're wearing all that fancy shit with the jewelry and the designer clothes, man, you got a fat sticker on your forehead that says, "I got money. I'm a trick." When you're on body game, man, you don't have to do that because more often than not, a woman has genuine desire for you. And it's not even in dating. It's with networking. It's with meeting new people, making new friends, man. When you're just out, or if you just walk in a room, man, you don't have to say a word. And I'm not the loudest man. I'm not typically the loudest person in the room, but people still gravitate towards me and speak to me and try to get to know me because there's just something about me. I'm different. I don't look like everybody else. I carry myself a certain way. I'm confident. And when you practicing body game, man, that's inevitable. Everything else falls in place. When you practicing body game, you're proving to people that you can achieve something that most people can't. And that's a rare physique. You're more rare than there are millionaires out there, man. Just think about that shit. And people see that. I'm in Atlanta, man. I can go outside, I can see Lamborghinis and G-Wagons instantly. Like, I see it every day. And it's gotten to the point, it's not even impressive to me anymore. And I'm sure most people feel the same way. Like, yeah, you got a couple $100,000 car, you got a Lamborghini yours, but man, I see that all the time. It's starting to become common, if I'm being honest with you. I'm just keeping it real. But if I go outside right now in my $5 t-shirt from damn Target, or if I walk out there with this right now, I would likely get more attention than somebody riding around in a G-Wagon, because this is more rare. And what's more rare typically gets more attention. That's just what it is. Don't hate me. Don't hate the messenger. That's just life, man. And I say all that to say, when you practicing body game, life just gets easier. You don't have to do that much. You put in little to no effort when it comes to getting attention, meeting people, and dating. That's just what it is. And there's gonna be a lot of people out there who may disagree with me. They're like, oh, you're just yapping. That's not the case. I'm fat, and I still get attention. I get women. First of all, you don't get women, and you get the wrong attention. People are looking at your fat blubber and your double chin. And if they ain't looking at that, they're looking at all the materialistic things that you purchased, spent your last on to overcompensate for your bad habits. All attention ain't good attention, and I'll tell you that right now. And if you're getting attention for women, like I said, it's gonna be for all the wrong reasons. Because at the end of the day, man, when you're on body game, it's easier to make friends. And that's another thing. I made a good amount of friends, or at least people I'm cordial with, because I try to keep my circle small. You can't have too many friends, but that's a whole other conversation. There are a lot of times when I'm out and about, and there are people who just gravitate towards me. They're intrigued by me because they're curious. They like, who is this guy? You know, not everybody hates. There are people who will look up to you subconsciously and not even know it, and they'll want to be your friend, man. They'll want to hang out. They'll want to talk to you from time to time. They'll want to speak to you in that moment and just get a glimpse or find out who you are. What do you do? You know, you make people curious. And that's the beauty of it, man. That's what life is all about, is meeting new people and influencing people and encouraging people to be them better selves as well. Because when you're on body game, that's another thing. You are a reflection on what everyone else should look like. And people see that. When they see you, they look in the mirror and be like, damn, I'm behind. And that's real. But yeah, man. Being on body game, man, it just make life so much easier. And I'm not saying it's going to erase all of your problems. I'm not saying that, because that's unrealistic. You being in shape is not going to solve all your problems. But that's just life, you know what I'm saying? But it'll make life easier for you, whatever that may be. If you're trying to negotiate when you buy that crib, man, when you buy that car, hell, you get pulled over and the officer see that you look like you got it put together. You don't look like no YN. You look like a decent being because you look like you take care of yourself. You care about yourself and you respect yourself. That officer might let you go. And I experienced that myself too, man. Everything I'm telling y'all is everything I've experienced in life. Because I look put together. I look like I take care of myself. And I'm not saying the police officer that pulled you over be like, oh, he got muscles, let me let him go. Like, no, that's not it. Like, it's just a subconscious thing with not even police officers, like just anybody in life. Like, they see you, you look put together, you look like you respect yourself. And life will reward you for that, I'm telling you. So yeah, man. If that doesn't motivate you to get on your shit and start practicing body game right now, I don't know what will. Because who doesn't want to live an easier life? Life won't always be easy, but you should always want it to be as easy as possible. Because life is hard for all of us, especially in 2026. But what are you going to do about it? You going to sit around and bitch and complain? Or you going to be a man and get on your feet and work on becoming a better version of yourself? Let's stay locked in, man. Because when you're on body game, not only is life easy, but everything else falls in place. So let's get to it, man. The summer's approaching. But make sure y'all smash that like button, comment, and subscribe to help support the channel. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.